Welcome to the Surviving to Thriving podcast that helps women leaders in nonprofits get out of survival mode and thrive in both leadership and life. I'm your host, leadership development coach Kathy Archer, and I help women leaders enjoy impactful leadership. In 2009, my staff filed a grievance against me. They talked to my boss, they weren't happy, and pretty much they wanted me out. That sent me on a whirlwind path, down and up and all over the place as I tried to figure out what was happening, what had gone wrong, what I needed to do to fix it, and if I even wanted to fix it. I'd been in a leadership role for many, many years. I'd gone through a lot of things already, and I had developed a level of confidence in the work that I was doing and I was comfortable with. But this rocked my world, and suddenly I was feeling anything but confident. And what I had to do was step back, regain a level of understanding about what was going on within me, around me, and I had to learn new skills. I had to relearn how to deal with conflict that was very different than the conflict I'd ever dealt with before. I had to navigate some really dicey situations that involved HR and lawyers and all of that kind of stuff, and it was messy for a long time. But what I learned in the process was that confidence is not what somebody else thinks I can do. It's what I believe I can do. And so as I navigated those days, I had to learn to believe in myself again because I'd lost faith in my ability to lead. I had lost the trust that I could walk into a staff meeting and handle it. I had lost the assurance that I had that I knew how to talk to staff, to encourage staff, to do performance appraisals, to delegate work, to run programs. I had lost all of that. And I wonder if you've ever felt that way. Have you ever looked at what's going on in your leadership world and thought, I can't handle this? Or have you ever said to yourself, I'm not good at dealing with this kind of conflict or this kind of situation? Have you ever hesitated to take on a new project, a role, or a task? We all have. And that's when we lack the confidence. But think about the opposite for a moment. Has someone ever said to you something to the effect of, oh, you can't handle that, or you don't know how to do that? And you've said, oh, yes, I can, and you've proven them wrong? That's because confidence is a belief in yourself and what you can do. It's about trust and faith and believing in the skills and talents you have, the ability you have to learn more, and in your potential. And confidence comes from inside your head and inside your heart, not outside of you. Confidence is not what others think you can do. It's not what others think you can learn. It's not what others believe your potential is. Confidence is what you believe, and it comes from inside of you. Remember, it comes from your head and your heart. Confidence is really that voice in your head that's assuring you you can do it. It's self-assurance. Confidence is a belief. It's a thought that you have that says, I've got this, I can handle it, I can learn this, I can figure this out. But my question to you is, when you're struggling in your leadership role, when you're struggling with a particular person on your team, or a challenge that you're faced with, or a situation that your team is going through, what are the voices in your head saying? Are those voices like little gremlins going, oh my God, this isn't going to work. This is going to fail. You're not going to be able to handle this. This isn't going to happen. I don't know how you're going to figure this out. Is that the voices in your head? Or are the voices more like a cheerleader? You've got this. You can figure it out one step at a time. Just ask for help. Figure out what the next step is that you need to do. You can do this. I trust you. I believe in you. I have faith in you. Which voices are more active in your head? The little gremlins or the cheerleader? Because here's the interesting thing. We are 100% responsible for the voices in our head. There is nobody else in our head nattering away. I know, sometimes it feels like your mom or your teacher or your boss or somebody's in there. But honestly, you get to control what you think. And let me go back to what we said in the beginning. Confidence is what you believe you can do, not what somebody else thinks you can do. So if you want to get to a level of confident leadership where you feel capable, where you feel able, where you're willing to take some risks, where you know you can figure it out, you need to get a hold of those voices in your head. In episode number 8, we talked about courageous leadership. And what we learned was that there are times that you have to step outside of your comfort zone. And let me tell you, if those voices in your head are saying you're going to fail, this isn't going to work, this is going to be a big mess, oh my God, you're getting yourself into big trouble, then that's probably what's going to happen. And you're going to feel anything but courageous or confident. Here's the thing. To develop a level of confidence, it starts with that competence. Remember in episode 7, we talked about competent leadership. We talked about you need to develop the skills and you need to practice those skills. So first step is competence. I need to know that I have the skills to lead well. Then you need the courage to practice those skills, to step outside of your comfort zone and use those skills, even though you may not use them well as you're learning them. And that's when you then get to this level of confidence. But these voices in your head have to tell you, I'm practicing, I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm figuring it out. Not, oh my God, this is awful and I don't know how I'm going to do this and I just want to go home and put my head under the covers. Because if that's the voice in your head, that's not going to help you feel confident, portray confidence, and develop a level of confidence in your team. So I'm going to give you 4 tips or 4 hacks to help you boost your confidence. The first one is know I can, and that comes all back to competence. Develop those skills. Really take the training, take the course, follow the webinar, watch the YouTube video, listen to the podcast, ask your mentor, whatever it is you need to do. Get the skills that you're lacking that make you feel that lack of confidence. So the first confidence tip is to know I can. The second one is to get a hold of those voices in your head. Believe you can. Manage those thoughts. In my book, Mastering Confidence, it gives you a whole system for helping you learn to manage those thoughts in your head. And I'm going to put a link in the notes. You can find the first several chapters, audio version to listen to. There's a whole free course that goes with this book, so I'm going to put a link into the notes below. But you can also find it anywhere you buy books, Amazon, it's on Audible. But if you want to be a more confident leader, first you have to know you can. Then you have to believe you can. And then the third tip I'm going to tell you is you have to act like you can. That comes back to the episode where we talked about courage. You have to do it even though those inner voices are going, I don't know. You have to shush those little gremlins that are saying, don't do this, don't try this, this isn't going to go well. And turn up the volume on those cheerleaders that are saying, you've got this, you can do it. And that's going to give you the ability to step out with that courage. And the more times you courageously step out, the more confident you're going to feel. Know I can, believe I can, act like I can. And then the fourth tip is to stand like you can. Now, we all know that our body posture speaks to others. But what the scientists have also figured out is that our body posture speaks to ourselves. When you put yourself in what's called a power position, and if you want more information on this, head on over to TED Talks and find Amy Cuddy's TED Talk on power posing. But a power position. So imagine Superwoman, hands on your hips, standing up tall, shoulders back, chest out, chin up, taking up as much space as you can. Think of a peacock with their feathers out, a cat with their hair up on their back, whatever it is. That's what I'm talking about. Just really big. When you stand in that position for 2 minutes, you release chemicals in your body that make you feel more confident. And so you need to think about your body posture and what's happening and how you can turn your body posture not into a way that you're powering over other people, but in a way that makes you feel confident. If you're in a meeting and you're hunched over and you're kind of chin down and you're, not looking directly into somebody's eyes, you're feeling anything but confidence. They're also reading into you that you lack confidence, but you're also telling your body and you're releasing chemicals in your body that make you lack the confidence. Amy Cuddy talks about power posing. So what she says is you stand in those power positions for 2 minutes, but not in front of other people. Before you go into a difficult meeting, a situation where you know you're lacking the courage and confidence and you want a boost of courage and confidence, head to the bathroom, head to your office and shut the door, go to the parkade where there's nobody around and stand in a power pose for 2 minutes. What that does again is it releases chemicals in your body, those endorphins, those feel-good things that make you feel more confident. Be sure to stand confidently or sit confidently when you're talking to someone as well. But do that power posing before you go into difficult situations and boost your level of confidence. So those are the 4 tips. Know you can, believe you can, act like you can, and stand like you can. Practice those 4 to really increase your level of confidence. Now, the homework that I have for you today is that I want you to look at a space where you need to feel more confident at work, where you want to increase your level of confidence. Then, and of course, I've got a guide sheet to go with this. I'll tell you where to find that in a second. But then look back to the episode we did on competence. What skills do you need to learn? Because remember, you need to know how to do this. Then go to your courage, which is that believe I can do it. So where do I need to be more courageous in trying this? So where do I need more confidence? What skills do I need to build? And how am I going to courageously step out and do that? And again, if you head over to kathyarcher.com/guides, scroll all the way down, you're going to find the guide sheet number 3, and that's going to help you put this confidence plan into action. Here's the thing, my dear. It does not feel good when you lack confidence as a leader, but it's about your mindset. It's about what you believe about yourself. Confidence is what you believe you can do. It's about what you believe your skills and talents are. It's about what you believe you can learn, and it comes from your head and your heart. You need to learn to manage those thoughts. Turn up the volume on that cheerleader, turn down the little gremlin's voice, and then make sure you know you can, you believe you can, you're acting like you can, that's with courage, and that you're standing like you can. Make sure you're telling yourself that you're feeling confident. It's when you do those things that you'll ditch survival mode and move to thriving in both your leadership and your life. Go make the rest of your day awesome, my dear. If you found today's episode helpful, then you are going to love the training library. Many women leaders in nonprofits wish that they had a coach or a mentor to help them, but they don't believe that they or their organization can afford it. Oh, but you can. Inside of the Training Library membership site, you will not only get access to affordable and easily accessible ongoing personal and professional development training, you will also have access to a leadership coach at your fingertips. That way, when you hit those inevitable challenges that leadership will bring your way, you'll have both the resources and the support to navigate your way through them with confidence, composure, and while keeping your integrity intact. To find out more, head to kathyarcher.com/library. If you are enjoying the show, I'd love it if you could leave me a comment or a review on iTunes or wherever you listen to your podcasts. Thanks for listening. Go make the rest of your day awesome.